Hello.
Hello. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. And Happy New Year, Candy. How are you?
I'm so well. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm excited to have this on my face. I'm excited to have this
You're
on
welcome.
my head. I put it on my hat because I feel like this is how it goes.
I love it. Very festive.
I like yours. It's kind of hard to read because the happy and the new year are in black with no outline.
Yeah.
But it does something cool. Do we want to show everybody?
Yes.
Here, come here. It's like... Can I get there? Wait, did I get it? Oh, I had it. There it is. Look at that.
Hello.
Happy New Year, everybody. God damn.
What a year.
What a year it's been. We're really excited because, New Year, who cares, is our attitude. But we do have a new thing to show you. We do have a new piece of content.
And we're very excited about it.
This is going to be good. So we can't be robbing Candy's holiday podcast anymore.
Right, sadly.
Because the holidays are over. Sad. But
sad.
Yeah, we sad. We sad about that. There's no way to look sad in this until you do, and then it goes to 11. The sadness, you know what I mean? Because it's like even just being like, oh, I'm good, but you see this and it's like, oh, he's at the party,
Yeah.
But if you start to kind of look sad, you start looking real sad. Watch. So it's like, oh yeah, this is fine. I'm having a good time. Lukewarm. It's just like I'm not having that bad of a time. But if you see somebody wearing this in the corner like this. Right? And that was like a second.
I don't mean to laugh, but that's
what she would do if she saw someone like
No.
that. Obviously, you can see.
No, I wouldn't.
We role played, and that was how she responded naturally. But we have a new title for the show
that you created.
We came up with a title sequence that we want to show you and a theme song, and we think it's pretty good.
Yeah, we love it.
Kyle, you want to play that for us?
Vibin and Thrivin, Vibin and Thrivin, Vibin and Thrivin, Vibin and Thrivin. I'm excited now.
Fuck that. Suck that. Fuck that. Suck that. Fucking nuts. Pretty good.
So fun.
I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I thought piano was the way to go for us. The things that I've done in the past are more guitar-y, and I did a show that starts with a banjo, but
right.
I was like, Candace needs a piano. That's just what needs to happen in her classical taste.
Yeah.
But it needs to be so full and have a beat, so that's kind of what I came up with.
I love it.
You do enjoy it?
Yeah.
All right.
I love vibing to it.
Vibin' and thrivin'. That's
exactly.
What's going on. Do you mind if I have a longer version. Do you mind if I share the longer extended
Sure, why
cut?
not?
All right. Kyle, can you play that?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Vibin' and Thrivin, Vibin' and Thrivin, Vibin' and Thrivin, Vibin' and Thrivin. I'm excited now.
Fuck that. Suck that. Fuck that. Suck that. Fucking nuts.
Rack City, bitch, rack city, bitch. Rack City, bitch, rack city, bitch. It's rack city, bitch, rack city, bitch. And you know I'm about to get up in them titties, bitch. Rack city, bitch, rack city, bitch. Rack city, bitch, a rack city, bitch. Rack city, bitch, rack city, bitch. Come on, girl, now get up out them titties, bitch. Get up out them titties, bitch. Get up out them titties, bitch. Get up out them titties, bitch.
Vibin and Thrivin. Vibin and Thrivin. Vibin and Thrivin. Except now. What a perfect ending. Wow.
I think it's great because if you question bringing up the titties, it's immediately
As one would.
Yeah, but it's immediately validated by the fact that the girl comes back and she's still vibing and thriving despite Rack City and titties and
Babe, I will say it brings you so much joy in this life.
Yeah.
So it makes me happy.
That's called a win-win, folks. So I had a lot of fun with that. I think that's about the full version is about 1:15. So I think if I can turn that into ultimately the intro to like an R. Kelly length Odyssey is the goal.
Okay.
I want to tell a story.
Okay.
Vibe, thrive, cities, titties. I'm gonna be the voice of I'm gonna be the voice of a generation.
In this festive look.
100%.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the video and half of the video in this. The video is gonna be fun.
I will support you in this life, but I will not partake in that video.
Fortunately, I already have enough footage that can be repurposed. I do have our treats. I made us some treats for the show.
Yes, thank you so much. It's very good.
We do a little
Cheers.
milkshake cheersies. Hell yeah, baby. So I want to talk about an update. We have an update from a previous segment
Okay.
where we talked about dreams, and you were talking about dreaming and screaming. You were not vibing and thriving. You was dreaming and screaming. Mm-hmm. And then you were waking up like, who is she? You'd say it like that. So how's that going? Have you had any more of those dreams?
No, not since we talked about it.
That's good. Mm-hmm. Knock on the table. We did get some responses from on our YouTube channel. We got some responses about the dream stuff because we kind of put it out there and said, hey, if you have experiences like that, share it with us. I feel like we got more than the ones I'm about to share, like via Facebook or something, and I didn't capture them, so I'm going to take responsibility for that. But here's one at least we can have as a talking point.
Okay.
One of my dear friends, Jared Thompson, and we went to college together. I've done psychedelics with him, so we trust and like Jared.
Okay.
Okay. Those are my pillars. That's how I determine. That's the test you gotta pass. Jared said, to reply to Candy's question about her dream, yes, I most definitely have these dreams, and after researching enough on dreams and understanding my own self, this is my response. I can only speak from experience, but these types of dreams are relaying that you are not speaking your truth enough. The dream lets me know that my, quote, throat energy, quote, is closed and needs to be stretched and exercised, or it will express itself in yelling and snapping at people. If I'm more direct and speak my truth to people, that energy will be used in a fluid way rather than blocked. Love you both. And then he had another comment on the bottom, said, also, I heard this quote somewhere and I may butcher it, but when you yell at someone, it's you trying to hear your own heart. And the louder you yell, the further away you are from hearing it. I read that poorly. I'm going to try that one more time. When you yell at someone, it's you trying to hear your own heart. And the louder you yell, the further away you are from hearing it. That was better. Thoughts?
First of all, thank you, Jared, so much for sharing that. I really appreciate it. I don't think that I'm keeping things in or holding back, though.
We talked about that on the show.
Yeah.
That we feel like that's the go-to assumption.
Yeah.
You're yelling in a dream. You must be being quiet in real life about something. But we couldn't pinpoint an example of that.
Yeah, like it totally makes sense, his comment, but personally, I don't think that's what's happening with me. And that's the confusing part. Because it would make a lot of sense if that clicked and I was like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense. Why I would be acting that way in my dream.
Right.
But I've worked pretty hard to keep my circle small and just more quality than quantity of people in my life. That's been like a very big theme in my life over the past couple of years. And
one of the cool things is that sometimes when people are not compatible with you, they just leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's,
like
yeah.
if they're not a good fit. I think a lot of people have, I know I have experience with like people who are not very compatible, or people, a lot of people use the word toxic, which I think is kind of just a mean word to refer to other people, unless that's really true. I think that should be reserved for like when it's really necessary. But a lot of times, shitty people stick around and it's like you can't get rid of them. But you've actually had a pretty healthy relationship with, I'm not saying shitty people, but I mean people who just don't fit well into your life going, same house. I don't know if I can just take off. And you're like, all right, well, I guess that's done.
Yeah, I used to have a really hard time with that because I don't want bad blood with anyone, regardless of how they feel about me. Like, if they don't want to be friends with me, that's fine. But I don't want it to be like, like they feel negatively towards me.
Right. You don't want a contentious relationship.
I'd rather just be cordial, and that's it. Like, we decide to go our separate ways. And that has happened before. But then there are other times where it's fully out of my control and I kind of just have to let it be what it is and move on the best I can. And I feel like I've gotten a lot better at that. Unfortunately and fortunately, because that situation just sucks in general. But, life is very unexpected. You never know what's going to happen. Just live day by day to the fullest, because it's just, these are tough times still. And yeah, I just wish, people are taking care of themselves and being happy, doing what they love.
I think one thing that, and at the risk of sounding redundant, because I feel like I've heard a lot of people say this already, the pandemic and all of this crazy stuff has really helped us cut the bullshit. Not just in conversation.
Yeah.
But like out of our lives.
Yeah, like...
It's like, who's got time for some of this shit? I don't want to do that anymore. And people are just like, no. That's why everybody's quitting their jobs.
Yeah, and these are the times where you're like really reflecting on like who you want in your life. And like this is a very telling time of what you want in life, who you want in your life. Like, we've never really had a time, since I was born at least, of having all this time to think. And, especially a couple years ago where we were literally at home because we had nowhere to go. Like, those are the times where you're really sitting with your thoughts and reflecting. And that's kind of how I got into social work, because I was like, the entertainment industry is dead. What else can I do in this life? And I don't feel like I'm doing enough to fulfill my life. And so 2020 was really the time where I was like, what else can I bring to the table and do something in this life that I love, and not only just love, but help people. That was really important to me.
Remember when it was all accelerating so fast and we all really thought for like a couple of weeks, maybe a month, we all thought like maybe it's gonna just devolve from here. Like it's not gonna recover in any way. We're just gonna like all be stuck in home forever. And I remember, I think I was on the phone, like FaceTime with you or something, and maybe it was like 2 weeks into like full on lockdown when everybody like last April. Mm-hmm. And I remember telling you like, this won't last no matter what.
Right.
Because eventually people will be like, I'm fucking going outside.
Right.
Like, have you ever seen a horror movie? Like, have you ever seen a movie where there's like a creature or a shark or a fucking something out there that gets people? There's always somebody who's like, can't fucking take it anymore. Yeah. And he just starts like ripping the things off the door and everyone's like, no, don't go out there. They're going to fucking kill you. Like that guy in the movie is an expression of what's in all of us to say there's a limit to how much you can limit our experience. Mm-hmm. And at some point we would almost rather have a shorter life full of more things than a longer life with nothing in it. Mm-hmm. And I think we saw that happen all over the country last year and change for a lot of people who were like, I don't want to have a long life with nothing in it, you know? And
yeah, like my great aunt is almost 90.
Yeah.
And she's living life to the fullest. Like
right.
She's going to football games.
Yep.
She's going, because she's like, I'm going to keep living my life because she knows she doesn't have that much time left.
There will be an age, and I'm not really sure what it is for me. I used to think I knew what it was, but there will be an age for me when I'm like, I don't care anymore about any of it. Like none of it. I like who's stretching after 80 to, I'm not saying I won't do things that I don't want to do as far as like stuff I think would improve my life. Like I want to walk forever. I like walking. If I ever like fuck up my legs or my hip or something, I can't walk, I'm going to be pissed. Or I'm going to get a wheelchair. I'm going to wheel my ass around because I like that travel. I like that activity. But if I'm at that point, if I'm like smoking joints every day and they're like, Grandpa, you got to stop smoking weed. I'll be like, no. I got all the way here past 80.
I'm going to do what I want.
I'm going to spend the whatever time I have left, and whether it's 6 months or 20 years, I would like to spend it doing what I want because I've already gotten to the point, and I'm not 80, but I'm almost kind of this way now where there are things I'm willing to do and not do because I want to be healthy and I want to live a long time still, sure. But I've known so many people who didn't get to live as long as I've lived. Like I've known friends of mine who died before that were my age that died. And so it's like they didn't get to be 33. So what? I don't want to dick around and like waste my time and do little over a long time. I want to get out there one way or another. I mean, I'll get vaccination, but that's it.
But I think that's like another thing now that we're going into 2022. Of course, there's another variant, you know, COVID's bad again, but at the same time, like, you need to let people live the life that they want to, whether that's them being safe or not, because you can't control, as we've seen, you can't say one thing and just be like, this is what you have to do, and everyone abides by that. That's never going to work.
Yeah.
So we should stop shaming people.
Right.
We should stop being so just decisive over it, because at the end of the day, like, everyone sees it a little differently.
Right.
And you kind of just have to accept that.
Yeah. And I definitely understand everybody's desperation to do what they think is right, to, you know, be a bigger part of the solution. But I think people don't take enough time to accept a little bit of humbleness on that and accept that maybe the thing you're screaming about as the solution, maybe it's not the solution, or maybe it's not the solution for everybody. Or anytime anyone is like really, really sure about something and they're not even like ironically certain, they're like really certain that like, no, if you just get a vaccine and then you get another booster and then you get another booster and then every time they tell you to get a booster, you get one, you'll be fine. And that's the best thing for everyone to do.
Yeah.
I just don't even trust you because that's never true.
Yeah.
It's never one size fits all. I mean, scarves,
Sure.
Like, and I said it wrong because it's definitely
Scarves.
scarves. But
I love that you compared it to scarves.
I don't think there's one size fits all anything else in the world. I can't think of it. Like forks, but even that, they make like 9
Right,
forks. One's a
yeah.
salad, one's a, like there's a few sizes of scarves, but it's about aesthetic choice. It's not about, person,
Right.
It's like, oh, the scarf is too long for me.
Ponchos are usually one size.
Poncho,
Too.
good job. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But certainly not medical advice.
Yeah, we're definitely not here to talk about COVID and vaccines and
No, but it's affected our lives in a way that I think it's important to talk about how it's shaped the decisions that we've made and the ones that we're going to make.
yeah.
And as we go into this new year, and we go into a new year with these cases on the rise and stuff like that, and we're all trying to adjust, I think our attitude is, and maybe this is our message to anyone who would take time to watch this, is just try to be patient with each other. Just try to, understand that this shit is crazy, and it's like apocalypse level crazy shit, and we're all doing our best to figure it out.
Right.
And just try to be patient with other people and be kind, so like don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick, dude.
Yeah, vibin' and thrivin'. That's what we're trying
Good job,
to do.
babe. I love that message.
Pretty good. So, do we want to talk about New Year's resolutions?
Sure.
Do you have any?
Man,
How about let's get married?
deal.
Okay, cool. We're resolved. That'll be easy.
Okay.
We'll check in May and make sure that we've kept up with our resolution.
Right. I think a resolution is for our wedding to go as planned. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I'm going to take this off. Can I take this off?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, it's
yeah.
under my head. I have to do this.
Mine broke, by the way, guys.
You broke it?
Aw, Kyle.
I was trying to put it on and the string. See? Sorry.
Can I just...
You're good. You're good. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Get out of here. I got the glasses.
Yeah, who knows what's gonna happen in April? I'm still very hopeful, but
Right.
cautiously optimistic.
I don't normally do it, but I think I'm going to set a fitness resolution.
Nice.
I don't have it decided yet. I'm out of time. But I feel like I want to... I don't know. I was doing really good there for a couple of months, and then being with you really fucked it all up pretty bad. Like, I'm so much happier for like every reason, because when I was apart from you, I was being super active every day, and I was dieting pretty seriously. So I was hungry, I was sweating, and I was alone. And then I got back with you, and I changed all 3 of those things. And so now I've been very full, very still, and very together, which has been pretty good. But I would like to
Sure.
remix that shit
Yeah.
in January and get back on
January.
in January.
I love how Rob says January.
January. I try to push it even more when you say it, but when I just, it's December, January, I do still say it that way.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
It's a nice open standard American A.
Yes.
January. So next month, or I'm sorry, tomorrow, I would like to get on that. I'm gonna start closing my rings again.
Yeah, that sounds good, babe.
I'm gonna get on it. Uncle Kyle said he wants to do it too.
Right.
Is that true, Uncle Kyle?
Yeah, it was a separate thing that we hadn't even talked about, but we can definitely do it together.
Are you resolved to get into shape?
Yeah, I like it. Like you said, I don't like to usually make it a resolution, but I'm resolved. Let's do it.
Well, the thing that makes it a resolution is it means it's something that you get really excited about for 1 month, and then
Accurate.
and then you just whatever
Right.
after that. So, Kyle, will you commit to please being very enthusiastic about this with me for 1 month, and then after that,
We'll reassess.
Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Babe,
Yeah.
do you love
Yeah,
the
let's do it.
festive vibe in here?
I love the festive vibe.
That's
Who
good.
cares? I think there's nothing cooler than an apathetic balloon. A
I saw
balloon that
that.
says "Who cares" is my
Yeah.
fucking shit.
I saw that and I was like, I have to get that.
I love the idea that someone designed, printed, inflated, strung up a balloon that says "Who cares."
New Year, who
Obviously,
cares?
fucking somebody, or there wouldn't be a balloon.
Of course.
It's so good. Yeah, what a life, man. Good job, babe.
Thank you.
Very good job. Do we want to talk about some of the hits from 2021?
Sure.
Things that worked out. What were your top 3? Because it's easier to think of on the spot.
Sure.
What are your top 3 pieces of media or like art or like things that you consumed this year that you're like, those were your favorite 3 things?
Ooh, media.
Yeah, like movies, TV.
Ooh.
You play a lot of video games, so I'm going to assume at least 2 of the 3 are going to be video games. So, and then a heavy metal album or something.
Oh my gosh. Totally.
So that whatever the newest Screamo record was, and then
Definitely Squid Game.
yeah, that was good. I don't
What
know
a
if that's
ride.
top 3 for me, but that was pretty dope.
Yeah, I think for me, since it was Korean, that made it just level up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, it's so hard to remember. Like,
Stuff from the first half of the year. Like all of it.
yeah, when it comes to media, because I thought you were gonna say just top 3 moments of the year.
Well, there are some like, I just think about like stuff that came out, and it's so hard to think about. I was watching a thing about like the best video games the other day, and I think if you watch lists like that, even if video games, movies, whatever, there's always something on the list. This happens at the Oscars. I don't really watch the Oscars, but like when
Oh shit! Sorry.
you're good. I don't really watch the Oscars, but when they do the Academy Awards or Grammys, whatever, there's always something that wins, and I'm like, it was a year ago. Like it was like that, whatever it was came out like a day after the cutoff of the previous year.
Yeah.
And so it's always like a year and a half old movie or something like that. And I'm like, that is in competition with a movie that came out 2 weeks ago. And that always feels weird.
Yeah. I mean, I will say Shang-Chi was really great.
Shang-Chi was really great.
And of course, Spider-Man.
I think No Way Home, though, Shang-Chi was good, but it was a fucking runner-up, though. Like, Spider-Man was the best
Yeah.
movie we
definitely.
saw this year, right?
Yeah.
Did we see a better movie?
I don't think so.
Oh, babe, can we fucking talk about it? Like, she finally watched Die Hard? Like, let's take a minute.
Yes. We watched it.
Sprechen Sie Talk?
We watched it on Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, did we watch it on Christmas Day? When did we watch it? The day before. Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. Yeah, I think it was Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. Perfect. We watched Elf as per the Huge and the Prom. Short for promise. But the Die Hard experience, I wasn't sure was going to happen. And then we did watch it. Babe, you were born in 1993,
Yeah.
5 years after the movie came out. You didn't watch the movie until 2021.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
John McClane had plans.
That's true. He did. And they
It was
went
a great
awry.
movie.
Yeah.
It's not my typical genre that I would pick.
Right. What does that mean?
Just a lot of shooting and like, even if it's like shooting of bad guys, I don't know, but it was really good. It was a really good movie. I'm glad I watched it. I'll probably watch the second one soon. I know you're excited about that. So yeah, the only reference I had for the longest time of that movie was in Friends.
When they watch it. I mean, it
Yeah.
comes up a few times.
Right, because they love
They're
it.
fans of it, yeah.
But yeah, you were the first person to be like, let's watch this. If you were to ask my dad or my brother, they'd be like, oh, she wouldn't watch that. Or why would she watch that?
Here's the thing that I don't get, and I would love for you to articulate your thoughts to our ocean of fans. Okay. So here's the thing. One of our, obviously we talk about Friends and stuff like that. We like The Office, TV shows. One of our biggest things, and we've already mentioned it several times, we watch all the Marvel shit together. All of it. We watch all the Marvel movies. There are some series and some more like not ultra mainstream stuff. Like we haven't seen What If. She hasn't seen Daredevil, the other like Netflix shows. But all the movies, all the Disney Plus shows, we're very into it. We wear the shirts when we go see the movies and stuff like that. We go see opening weekend almost every time. She loves action movies, especially if there's something a little bit heightened about it, right? If they're in space or some shit. But what's weird is she really doesn't like fantasy that's not Marvel. So like Harry Potter, she's seen Lord of the Rings, doesn't really fuck with it. Not interested in a Game of Thrones, any of that stuff. Totally not into it. She also is like really uncomfortable watching old action movies like Speed and Die Hard and stuff. She's like, we watched the movie Volcano.
I knew you were going to mention that.
It's like the cheesiest movie ever about a volcano going off in Los Angeles. And we talked about it. It's not even because you're from LA, but she's watching this movie, which is like a cheesy disaster movie with Tommy Lee Jones from the 90s. She's like, I'm so tense. I'm so anxious. I can't do it. We're watching Speed with Keanu Reeves, and she's like, oh my God. I'm like, Ultron picked up a city with the threat of dropping it into the world.
I can't
Thanos
explain it.
erased half of all the
know.
people. But we watch these other things, and she's like, I can't. But then eventually, if you watch it, you usually get through it, and you're like, it's fine. Like, you got to the end of Die Hard, and you're like, that was good.
Yeah,
Not your
but I think
typical
it just-
genre, but what's the difference between watching the Hawkeye TV show, which we just watched and you like, and there
Yeah.
was gunshots?
Well, okay. This is the best I have for you.
Okay.
I grew up super sheltered,
Sure.
was not exposed to movies like that
Okay.
until like a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the longest time, I had zero interest in it because I didn't even care to watch those kinds of movies. And like Speed, Volcano, Die Hard, these are situations where like they're on a bus, they're in a office building,
Yep.
Nakatomi,
Yep.
and
She remembered the name of the building. That was
I
cool.
can just remember, I can imagine myself in that situation, like in that hostage or like on a bus where there's a bomb.
It seems somehow more realistic to you.
Yeah, because Thanos
Is purple.
is Ultron. Like, the characters I enjoy, they're fictional.
Right.
And for whatever reason, when it comes to like wizards and
So yeah, then why don't you
sorcery.
like Star Wars or
I
Harry
don't
Potter?
know. I don't know.
When it's like they're magic and everything's gonna be fine because they're magic, right?
I don't know what Marvel has that makes me be like super excited over it.
And you're
That the
comfortable.
others don't. Yeah, I don't know. That's
What
the part
if
I
we
don't
watched a movie
know. Yeah.
and at the beginning of it, I cut in the dun 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 dun, dun like the Marvel thing,
Sure.
and then we just watched the whole movie, and then I cut a clip from the sequel after the credits, and I told you it was a Marvel movie. Do you think it would change? Like if I could pull that off,
I see.
like if I took Lethal Weapon, a movie you have not seen,
Right.
and I just packaged it as a Marvel movie. Okay, let's be more clear and fair. How long into the movie before you're like, I'm not sure this is Marvel? A while, right? Not like 10 minutes in, you're gonna be like, this is a fucking Marvel movie. You'd be like, this is like a stylized, remember WandaVision looked like an old show? This looks like an old, they have guns. Maybe they're agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Is this
Well,
a
I
S.H.I.E.L.D.
will say
thing?
this is totally a different subject, but on the same point of what you're talking about.
Sure.
I was watching the morning show
Right.
on Apple TV. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it's called TV Plus.
Okay. And I was watching season 2,
Right.
and for whatever reason, the TV just reset, and so I had to go back. And the way their streaming site is, it's not very. They have some work to do. So instead of being like
Apple?
continue watching, click that. I went back to season 1 somehow, clicked on the episode I would have been in season 2, and was watching the episode, and I was like, oh, interesting. The hair looks now when I think about it, I'm like, okay, like I should have known instantly. But it took me
How many episodes of season 1 did you watch again before you realized you weren't watching season 2? 2 full episodes?
yeah.
And then you started the third one and you're like, God damn it, are they going to tell me what happened?
To be fair,
It's a long ass flashback.
To be fair, it had been over a year since I watched season 1. Okay, so there was definitely stuff I don't remember. And then in the second full episode, when they were talking about something, I was like, I think I've seen this before. And then that's when I checked, and I was like, oh my goodness.
This is
I'm
the
in
longest
season 1.
previously on I've ever seen in my life. They're telling me what happened on the last episode for an hour and a half. And then the episode looks like it's only 30 minutes. So
Anyway, we're vibing and thriving.
vibing and thriving. New year, who cares? Right? Am I right? Oh.
Candace, if it
yeah.
makes you feel any better, I did the exact same thing with Game of Thrones.
Oh my goodness.
Not exactly the same thing.
What do you mean? What do you
but
mean,
the,
Kyle?
the first time that I watched it, because I didn't watch it until I think 2 or 3 seasons were out, and a friend gave me his HBO password because he's like, you have to watch this show. And same thing, HBO at the time had their episode order backwards. So I went to season 1, and on the left-hand side was episode 10. I didn't look at the number. I just clicked on the first
so you
episode.
started with the finale of season 1.
I watched almost the whole
sucks.
episode, and it's like, if you've seen Game of Thrones,
It's pretty shocking.
it picks up right after a very shocking event in the last episode. And
Wait, so is the big twist at the end of season 1 at the end of episode 9?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so it picks up with the aftermath of that scene.
Oh, Kyle. That sucks.
That's so funny.
But
that's like the worst spoiler you could get.
To be
feels
fair,
right.
I already knew that happened. So it wasn't a huge.
okay.
But in my head, I was like, why was this such a big deal if it was like,
Right.
I thought it was like a Tarantino thing where they like started
Right, yeah,
months,
exactly.
like the show starts months later and then like the second episode, they'll go back to the beginning kind of a thing.
It'd be like if someone was like, hey, do you want to hear the story of Harry Potter? And you're like, yeah, sure. And be like, all right, okay, so Dumbledore dies. Then
yeah,
be
exactly.
like, wait, what? Who's
Hold
Harry
on.
Potter? Like, I'm gonna get to that. Hold
Who's
on.
Dumbledore?
All right, so Dumbledore dies. Then Harry has to destroy the Horcruxes. And then you're like, wait, what are Horcruxes? Like, dude, shut up, I'm trying to tell you the story. Oh, you know what? You probably want to hear it from the beginning. I was starting on chapter 6. All right, here's the deal. This is a kid named Harry Potter.
Babe, have you seen that meme
No.
about these glasses?
Oh, yeah, I have.
What does it say?
What does your glasses say? I couldn't read that if I spoke all the languages.
No, what is the meme I'm referring to?
Oh, it says like every year I think there's no way they can turn this year into glasses, and then I'm wrong. Those are the answer to that in the least reasonable way. I like these. You got me these. I've been rocking these.
Yeah,
I
those
feel
are
like
fun.
These are good. I can literally just like snap this off next year and throw a 3 on there.
Sure.
I don't even have to get new ones. Yours are like
Amazing.
they literally look like a middle school art class was like, how do we I guess we could turn the third 2 will be outlined. Those are the most ridiculous things. And they have this like weird like pastel rainbow vibe.
I'm vibing and thriving.
You were thriving so hard, and I support all of the vibe and all of the thrive. But I'm just saying they are completely ridiculous.
Sure, but it's also like the new year. So.
If I'm gonna wear glasses that have glasses that have the year on it,
yeah.
I don't want to look stupid.
So you think I look stupid?
No, you're beautiful all the time. Super cool. No, of course. But babe, that's part about being hot. Like when you're hot and you have fucking the whole thing going on, you can wear whatever the fuck you want. Ridiculous shit. Like that happens all the time. Like, do you ever see those fucking fashion shows where the models will walk down wearing a dress made out of like Fruit Loops or Kit Kats or something? Or like, so, you know what I mean?
Sounds
like
amazing.
Yeah, they have like Kush balls all over them, and you're like, that's ridiculous. But they look fucking smoking hot because they're hot, not because the thing they're wearing is not stupid.
We should do a fashion segment.
That's a great idea.
That'll be fun.
I could be a fashion critic.
That's a bit much.
Those shoes are bad.
Mine?
No,
I think we got a cut there.
Okay.
Yay! Hello.
Hello.
Eugenie's here.
We got Genie with us. Genie's in the house. She got a great haircut a few weeks ago, and
Yes.
it still looks dope.
Yes.
It's really like the ideal. She's already not going to make it till midnight.
She's so sleepy today.
She has been just out.
Under the bed, Genie.
Under the bed, Genie. You were gone for a while, so she was by the door, Genie. But otherwise, yeah, lots of under the bed, Genie.
Yeah.
We want to take a moment to shout it out to the people who have supported the show so far. We have some people who have already said that they're watching all the episodes, and we're getting texts and DMs and comments and all sorts of wonderful feedback. So thank you to all those people. Just some people off the top of my head. I know my parents are watching, so thanks, parents.
Yes. So awesome.
That's fun. Let's see. Parents. My friend Chris Page in North Carolina is the fucking man. I know he's been watching. Thank you. Jared, we already talked about. I'm trying to think if I've had any other people specifically say that they've watched. Anthony, I know, has watched some of it.
Andy.
Andy, yeah, absolutely. I always hate this because I feel like I'm missing people that have clearly mentioned that they're watching it.
Sarah.
I'm just not good at bringing it up. Sarah?
Yeah.
Which Sarah?
I think that's her name. Sarah Pope.
Oh, yeah, Sarah Pope. Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's one of those people that in my head is a first and last name person. She's Sarah Pope.
Got it.
I know a bunch of Sarahs. And you know, it's funny. I can't think of any Sarah in my head right now that if you're just like, oh, you know Sarah, because you just did that. And I was like, I got nobody. I didn't even pick anybody. I was like, does she mean this person or that? I was like, I don't even know who you mean. I don't know a Sarah. I know a Sarah Pope. Do you mean her?
Right.
Stupid.
Yeah, we
Who else?
really.
You got some people, right?
Yeah, shout out to Dylan and Lamar and Alexandra. I really appreciate the DMs and the support that you've sent me messages with really positive feedback. It's been a lot of fun. I'm having such a blast. I never thought I would be doing this. This is a very surprising, like exciting new thing for me.
Let's talk about what Sarah Pope said.
Sure.
She sent a DM saying that she liked the show and she thought we were cute, which, I mean, yeah, and thank you. But she said she wanted to hear more from you and that I talk a lot. And yeah, both of those things for sure. I definitely talk a lot. And I responded to her saying that, like, we're kind of working on that. Part of why we're doing the show is to help you get more comfortable talking on camera. And to prove that point, do you want to explain kind of what I'm talking about so I don't explain it for you?
Sure. I'm comfortable at speaking, but I'm very articulate. And so sometimes it takes me longer to talk back.
Inarticulate. You say you're very articulate.
Yeah.
That means you're really good with words.
Oh. Well, what I mean is...
I think you made your point.
What?
I think you made your point. Keep going.
Okay. Anyway.
Should we start over?
I don't know what happened. I don't get
You
it.
used the word articulate ironically bad, and I was correcting you. That was all.
Oh, okay.
I think what she's trying to say, she takes longer to think about what she's going to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but the sentence that you put together first was you said, I'm very articulate. Which is to say, like, I'm really good at saying exactly what I want to efficiently. And that is the opposite of the point that you were making.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So at the very least, the easiest fix to that was I'm inarticulate, which is, I mean, I'm not, I struggle to get exactly the words out that I mean to say quickly.
Yeah, I guess for me, it's I think before I talk.
Good.
Like maybe too much.
You're saying you get in your head about what you want to say.
Yeah, I
And
think so.
And so you want to develop the ability to kind of do that stream of consciousness speaking where you're
Like what you do.
right. Yeah.
But also, like, since I'm in grad school, I have projects, and sometimes it's like video presentations, or I'm presenting a PowerPoint, so I have to do a lot of talking, and I'm just trying to get more comfortable with that. It always goes well, but before it happens, I'm like sweating, just so nervous, like more nervous than like if I would have to sing in front of a crowd.
Which you did for a very long time. For anyone who doesn't
for
know
a very
that.
long time. It feels so long ago now, but it's definitely still like part of who I am, like why I am the way I am. But when it comes to public speaking, sometimes I like get too much into my head, and it'll seem like I'm definitely listening. I'm a great listener.
That's true.
And I love your storytelling. So sometimes it's just me wanting to hear what you have to say.
Right.
So I think I have to find a balance of.
Well, and I should be upfront in saying that one of the reasons why I asked you to do this, that's how this happened. I asked her to do this and said, we should do a podcast together. That was like a pitch from me to you. Mm-hmm. I've been wanting to do a new show, and I've been trying to figure out how that show is going to work. I've had a few different ideas for it. And one of the things that I noticed was you and I almost every day kind of do a podcast in the morning for nobody. Like you and I our routine every day is we get up. I usually get up before you by a little bit. I usually make the coffee. You get up, we have the coffee, we sit and we drink coffee. We might watch some YouTube news clips and smoke a bowl and talk. And we do it for like anywhere from like a half hour to like maybe even 3 or 4 hours sometimes. And sometimes we just go on these tangents, and it's where we have the most communication, I think. Because the day can kind of go on from there. And if we have work and stuff, of course, it goes differently. But when we have the day to ourselves, that's how it usually starts. And sometimes I'm listening to these conversations as kind of an objective person. I'm like, this is interesting. Like, I would listen to this conversation we're having this morning. I wish we were rolling on this. And so over time, I was like, well, that would be a fun show to just broadcast those like coffee talks that we have. And then I was also thinking,
I actually didn't know that. That's so cool.
Yeah, I just thought that chemistry's already there. Here we are generating a lot of conversation with no effort. And if we were just rolling on it, I would watch it. So there was that. And then there was the idea that I wanted to start a new show. And I don't want to, there are some comedians who do shows like this, and I guess some political people. I don't want a show where I just talk right to the camera alone. I don't know why that's not interesting to me. I've never tried to do a show like that.
Yeah. Like Chris D'Elia.
Yeah, Chris D'Elia does it. Bill Burr does like a Monday morning podcast where he just like gets the mic out and just kind of rambles for a while. And there are some political people I like who kind of talk like that. There are YouTubers that I follow who make videos like that, where there's like, what's up, guys? I'm talking about Grand Theft Auto, or I'm talking about Spider-Man or whatever. The idea of me just straight talking, and I do want to make some videos like that, but I don't want to have a podcast where it's like, what's up? Welcome back to the show that is just fucking me for an hour. Even if I'm talking 80% of the show, I don't want to be 100%.
Got it.
And I was like, this would be a really good way to do both. I have someone to bounce off of. I'm not all by myself. I don't feel like I'm in a vacuum.
Yeah.
We're here talking to each other. And then I also don't have to worry about stepping on you too much because you already just speak less than me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
It is this balance, and it's never going to be equal because we're just not. If you spent time around us in person, you would not experience us talking at the same amount. We don't. I talk more than her. Is
that true, Uncle Kyle?
Oh yeah, that's totally true.
He's the perfect person to ask.
Yeah, it's accurate. It's not it's not like once the cameras get on and we're doing the show, I'm like, shush, babe. So here's what I got. Get my show.
That's why you have hot cakes.
Exactly. If I wanted to literally do that, we would create a segment for it. But otherwise, I want us to talk.
Yeah.
But this is the ratio of our conversations.
Totally.
It's not changing for the show. If anything, the show hopefully is tilting us the other way, where the show is getting you to kind of generate more, because that's part of what we're trying to get accomplished, is you feeling more comfortable to do that. But anybody who tunes into this show and is like, I wish she talked more than him. I'm not really sure how to help you.
Yeah, it's a personality characteristic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes us compatible as a couple because there's not I've been with other girls where they talk as much as me and it's fun, but it's exhausting because you're like, oh, and in your head, you've got like ADD. You're trying to take notes on all the shit you want to say while they're talking. Right. so that you
We
can
talked
get it
about
out.
this,
Oh my
yeah.
God. And then they have to do, you can see it behind their eyes. They're doing the same thing. They're like listening to you, but also thinking of the 30 things they want to say.
And
It's
I just listen. I just look at
Mostly.
you.
You
Yeah.
mostly listen. I mean, you contribute too, 100%. Like I'm not talking to myself. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You absolutely do. But I get excited, and I have a lot of that stream of consciousness developed where I don't spend a lot of time thinking before I talk. I just say what I'm thinking.
I love that.
She likes it, folks. So
That's why we're
watch it.
getting married.
Yeah, watch another fucking show. If it doesn't suit your taste. Maybe after a while, Candy will love podcasting so much that she'll do her own show, and it'll be Candy's Corner, and she'll talk about stuff that she thinks is cute or whatever, which is probably what her
Probably
show would be
Genie.
about. Yeah, it would be just like
Probably called Genie's Corner.
it would just be like, here are all the photos I took of Genie this week. Here's Genie at the
Right.
park. Here's Genie on her tummy. Here's Genie in bed, asleep, upside down.
Oh my gosh.
Babe, that podcast would probably be so fucking much more successful than this one.
Just all geared towards Genie.
If you just and I mean this with all due respect, if you just wore like a skimpy outfit or like a bikini and shared pictures of your dog,
Is that my new TikTok career?
babe, I'm telling you,
Are we on to something
I'm
here?
telling you, no one cares about this. Chris and Jared and all you guys, thank you. And cool, but no, we would have a K next to all of our numbers if it was just a bathing suit and photos of that dog. That would crush it.
Wow.
I know, right?
That's all I have to say.
That's
about
all you
that.
got?
Wow.
Wow. Wow is in like, great idea, honey. What that means. What else do we have?
What else do we have?
It's going to be time for the new year soon.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
You got us some
we
little
ready?
confetti guys?
Yes.
They look like push pops. Can I look?
Yeah. Be careful with it though. Yeah.
Is it have gunpowder in it?
No, it's just fragile because I took the wrapping off already. So you just have to push it. But we should do that together.
I'm not going to do
it.
anything yet.
Don't do it.
I'm not doing it.
Making me nervous, Rob.
Wow.
It's fun though. I've done it before.
It says pop on it. This reminds me of the NSYNC song. Sick and tired of hearing out. You know what I'm talking about?
People talk about.
Exactly. All right, cool. We got this going on, the push pop confetti action.
Right.
Good. Genie, do you want to come up here? Say hi to everyone? Yeah. Yeah, come on. Hello. Come here, hon. Come here.
Shout out to Healthy Spot. What a great haircut.
Yeah, good job. So cute.
Can
we pause? So cute. Do you want to make some of your weird noises for everyone? You're good? Okay.
She's camera shy.
She is camera shy. And she is strangely camera shy. She'll be like being really cute, doing cute shit, and then you'll get your phone out and she'll be like, no,
Yeah.
I'm going to take off. Gotta go under the bed. Check on all my stuff.
So true.
So we're going to go to your parents tomorrow. Do you want to tell everybody about the Korean tradition of New Year's Day?
Sure. We're going to my cousin's house.
Right. I keep forgetting
Not
that.
my parents' house.
Whatever.
But yeah, in the Korean New Year, we get to do a traditional bow, which will be Rob's first time experiencing. But the coolest part is you get money once you do this traditional bow to your elders.
When you say traditional bow, because I've
Yeah.
heard it described that way before, what does that mean? Like, what does a traditional bow look like? Do you have to, is there choreo?
Yeah, it's choreo.
Oh my God, I need to learn the choreo. Babe, I
You'll
have a
see
fucking
tomorrow.
performance tomorrow and I don't know the choreo yet? Come on, what is this? Why didn't we have
Saw the
rehearsals?
performance. Oh my goodness. When you see it, you'll be like, okay, that's nothing. But it does mean a lot.
You're like,
So
but it
maybe I
is.
should.
You do have to do it perfectly, and if you do it wrong, you'll
We
be
don't
the
get
white
any
guy
money.
who gets it wrong in front of all the Koreans on his first try. So maybe let's watch his back and maybe let him know the choreo before he gets on the dance floor for this. You know what I mean?
I mean, I
A
guess
very
I could teach you
licky Genie
beforehand.
over here.
Yeah. But it'll be really cute. The kids in my family will be dressed up in a traditional gown called the hanbok. We're too old for that, so
Too old for this shit.
yeah.
That's from Lethal Weapon.
Maybe I'll get the reference one day.
Someday, babe.
But for our engagement photos,
Yeah.
we'll be wearing hanboks.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to do something traditional as part of our wedding somehow, and we didn't know what that looked like, especially because it's, you know, a destination wedding. So we decided to do engagement photos in hanboks, and I think it's gonna be really fun.
So, can you explain to everyone why it is not inappropriate for me, a white man, to put on a traditional Korean gown for my engagement photos?
So is that your way of saying, like, to make sure you're not canceled from
I
it?
would like my Korean fiance to explain to everyone why it's okay for me to wear a traditional Korean gown in my engagement photos, even though I am most certainly a Caucasian gentleman. I'm very happy to do it.
Yeah.
I would do it no matter what, and I really don't give a fuck what anybody
Sure.
thinks or says. But just in case they're curious,
Well, at the end of the day, you're marrying into a fully Korean family.
right,
And I am 100% Korean American.
right.
So that right there, no other question.
Yeah, I mean, that should be enough. I think it's interesting, right? Like, it's one of those things where obviously if you were white and I was white and we were just big fans of Korea, that would be an inappropriate time to wear those gowns. However, if we were in Korea, literally all you changed was the geography. I was still American. You're still Korean American. Your family's still Korean American. But let's say we were getting married in Korea.
Yeah.
No one would fucking bat an eye.
No.
They'd be like, yeah. I mean, you're in the country. You're doing the thing. Like, man,
Yeah.
can't get more Korean than that. I mean, the guy can't change his skin color. It just doesn't work that way.
Right.
But the fact that we're in America and we're in California, it just also really seems like some white California guy shit to put on some Asian garb because he thinks it's cool. You know what I mean? It seems like some silicon
trendy.
Yeah, it seems like some
Yeah.
Silicon Valley tech bro shit of like, actually, this is a Buddhist gown that is used in the like. It seems like
Yeah.
the same guy who would do that, and they're not going to know I'm not that guy in the photo unless they know me in real life. They're just going to see us together.
So you just have to write in all caps, wife is Korean American, period.
Well, they can see you. They're not. You're not blurred out.
What if it was like a single shot of you? Like just like a...
Okay, so let me make this clear. And
You don't want that.
Yeah, I thought this was already clear. There will be no photos taken of me in this gown without you by my side.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Copy that.
Yeah. That's going to be a copy.
By the way, Rob and Uncle Kyle text me copy as if I'm like working with them in the field or whatever.
I text everybody copy. It's just
It's just what, Uncle Kyle?
Yeah, copy.
part of our language now.
Yeah, it's just, you know, Copy that. You know?
Copy that.
Copy
Makes
you.
a lot of sense when you guys do it, but
Copy you, copy that.
Yeah, at least we don't say copy you. That's a little bit more weird.
Yeah. That's true.
I say that on set.
okay,
Does that help you?
sure.
All right, copy you. Vibin and Thrivin. So
Yes, babe. Vibin and thriving.
Vibin and Thrivin. Vibin and Thrivin. So as we go in So as we go, I'm just gonna glaze over it. As we go into this new year,
Yes.
what are you most excited about other than the wedding? You have to pick a second thing.
Ooh. Other than the wedding.
Right.
I think my advanced placement year for my internship will be very different from the internship I'm in now.
Sure.
So I think I'm like nervous about it, but super excited because I'll be more hands-on, like really working with clients, and that's like the path I'm going towards. So,
Right.
I mean, I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm definitely excited about it.
Awesome. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
How about you?
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like no contest. That's like almost tied with the wedding.
Wow.
Yeah. And I love you. But that movie's going to be dope.
Yeah, and it was really cool because we stayed for the whole end credits and the after credits.
Yeah, they put a teaser at the end of No Way Home,
Yeah,
which basically is just the trailer for Multiverse, but
Right.
it was awesome.
Super cool.
So cool, man. That's
We're
going to
gonna
be
watch
such
that
a
in
fun thing.
theaters, and it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, we have to do IMAX for that one
Yes.
because that one's like the world folds in on itself and shit.
Are you down,
It's
Uncle
always
Kyle?
trippy.
Oh, I'm like counting. I'm fully with Rob in this.
Nice.
It's going to be one of the best things of the whole year. Best thing of the year.
I love Doctor Strange.
So good. He's my favorite. All right, we've got less than a minute here to the new year.
Wow. Final thoughts?
This year was awesome. 2020 actually ended up being one of the best years of my life, and this year was better. So
Wow.
I think 2021 was unequivocally the best year I've had so far. Mostly because of you. Not completely, but mostly, almost completely.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
That's good.
I
All
love you.
right, are you ready? Get your thing ready.
Yes.
We got 20 seconds
I'm
left.
so ready
All right.
to clean
Wait,
all
how does this
confetti.
work?
You push.
Just push it through the front?
Right, yeah.
Okay. We don't have to take the cap off?
No.
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can see this? So you sure you don't take the cap off?
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Look at that. This isn't. You're just plungering it and it doesn't. I think we're supposed to take the cap off, honey.
Definitely should have rehearsed this.
Is this a.
I don't think so, though.
Or did I just. You do a bad job of it? Do I just pump it up? Pump it up.
There you go.
That's terrible. Babe, don't do yours.
Aww.
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
That's a disappointment.
No, we got to clean it up anyway, and this is taking an extra 20 minutes, so fuck it. Fuck that. Zuck that. Babe, no, you got to pump it. Yeah, just keep going. You go fucking pump it.
Lots of
No, not just at the end. Pump the whole thing.
I see what you mean.
pressure.
Yeah, you got to build it up.
This is so disappointing. I'm sad.
Do you want me to do yours?
No, because no.
It's already everywhere. all
Happy
over
New
the
Year!
apartment.
Woo! 2022. We did it.
It's all over the
We
mics.
did it.
Oh man.
This is not what I was
Is this what you thought was gonna happen?
No. But
Okay.
like, such is life, right?
Yeah, right?
Vibin and thriving.
Vibin and thriving. Should we cut?
I think we're off to a good start for the year. That was a good omen.
Oh my gosh, what a disappointment.
That's
Oh
the
my
weirdest
gosh.
confetti thing I've ever seen. What happened to the ones where you pull a string and then it just says like a little, you know?
I've done this one before successfully.
And did you have to pump it?
No.
You just
I
pushed it through
literally
the front?
just pushed it and then it went. Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe these are just fucked up.
Maybe.
Because
Effective.
it's like there's no.
Don't blow it on me, man. I don't need this.
Can I please?
Don't. No, well, I guess if we're being fair, yeah, you owe me at least a few.
Are we still going?
Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
got my glasses on.
We're rolling.
It's not working. It's really not working. I think it's malfunction.
Now you know how it feels.
That's what she said.
Are you scared?
Not anymore.
It's no.
It's not gonna happen.
I mean,
Do you want me to try to get to go?
No.
Yeah, it's all just like leaking out of the bottom.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
'Cause it
it's not
doesn't-
good. It's terrible.
Just it just comes out the bottom. Yeah, that's it. I
Yeah,
guess you
we're
could-
done. We're done. It's a wrap.
It's like butter. You have to churn it for like an hour, and then finally, it's ridiculous.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. There we go.
And
And Uncle Kyle, we're done. Come cut the camera, Uncle Kyle, 'cause we're done, Uncle Kyle.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Vibin and thriving, vibin and thriving, vibin and thriving, vibin and thriving. I'm excited now.
Fuck that. Suck that. Fuck that. Suck that. Fucking nuts.